Hello, my name is Ekaterina. Welcome to Apprentice of Silence YouTube channel. I felt like giving you an update on what's going on right now. And it's like I'm trying to not run from myself for the first time, because I haven't even noticed that I have been running from myself. I've just been trying to do things to feel better. And I was just sitting on the couch and I thought to myself, why would I want to feel better right now? Is it even reasonable? If I'm in reality, should I feel better? And then a part of me was like, well, I feel guilt for wasting a potentially happy day, because I feel like I'm just gonna stay depressed all the time, right? And if I'm depressed all the time, then that will ruin the life experience of others. And I feel like I can't allow myself to be just in a shitty mood, because it's like there are consequences of that to other people. And then those people will withdraw from me, and that'll be a consequence on me, and I lose out on a potentially good experience, like See, I have happy parts within me too, right? I'm not just sad, I'm not just miserable, and like, it's difficult to be sad and miserable and happy and excited and motivated at the same time within one body. It's like sometimes I'm feeling like my spiritual growth goes too fast. I'm like, please just let me focus on one thing. But it's like, once I see my parents, and then I feel shit, and once I figure out why I feel shit about that, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, this is cool, I can process this will be definitely something to work with. Bang, I feel shit again, and I'm like, okay, let's dive into this. Like, oh, this makes sense, okay, I can see this. Bang, a new thing, and it's just been 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck, you know? Is this normal? Like, why? And instead of even processing one thing to a point of relief, it's just shit upon shit upon shit upon shit, and then a loop, and then I'm like, oh, I remember thinking about this shit, you know? Oh, I've seen this before, and I start thinking like, oh, I'll never get out of this cycle, because I'm not processing it enough. But how am I supposed to process it enough if everything else continues to happen? So I isolate myself in order to process things, but life doesn't happen around me when I'm isolated, and I'm like, well, this is useless. Now I'm doing life without any momentum or cause or desire, and also for the first time yesterday, I started to feel a personal truth, that is, that I have never chosen life. I guess it depends on how esoteric you are, or, you know, how spiritual you are, or how you resonate with whatever I'm talking about, but I mean, I've never seen life as a choice. I remember my conscious mind already just registering that I am alive. I'm like here, physical, alive. I see time pass on the clock. You know, it's something grows, something dies, and I make it into some kind of observation, and I call it life. But I don't remember the choice between life and death. I don't remember I've even allowed myself to see that there is a choice. And all spiritual practice have only like rubbed it in my face that, oh, I've made this choice, so, you know, suck it up, basically. And I keep justifying it that if I really wanted to die, I would be dead. So obviously, since I'm still alive, there must be a majority of me that wants to live, otherwise I would have lined up with death. But I haven't chosen it. And the desire for that has been awakened in me now. Like, I think I desire to come to a point where I actually get to choose life, and I'm like, no, I chose life. And looking back, there will be this point where I'm like, yeah, this was in my hands, my choice, and I decided to be here. Suicidality is so foreign to me. My mind hasn't consciously thought in those ways, I guess because it was so shamed when I was so young, and it was really, really shamed. Like, you know, the whole thing with you kill yourself, your soul is lost. The whole religious aspect of it. And I guess it was just never an option. I was like, no, I know my soul, I don't want to lose it, it's the best thing I have, we're keeping that. So, you know. But now, I look at myself and I see that the conscious commitment to life is what's missing in anything that I do. I feel like I haven't chosen it. I feel like it's still somebody pushing me to do things, and then I remind myself that nobody is pushing me, so nothing gets done. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna push back then. I don't know, there's this tension. Resistance, whatever. That I didn't choose my life. And this makes me think that I can remind myself and consciously tell my mind and point out the things that confirm this, that I do have a choice. Not forcing any parts of me to make any choice, but showing that choosing life is a choice, and it's a possibility. And the choosing of it will be for you and for you only. But knowing what for you would even consider choosing life requires that you stop running from yourself. Requires that you stop trying to get somewhere. I mean, getting somewhere is great when you know where you're going and what goals you want to achieve and whatever. But for me, it's like I'm setting stuff to do because I'm forcing myself to go, never even committing fully that I even want to go in the first place. I hope this makes sense. Like, I haven't even said, oh hey, I want to go. I just jumped over that step, and then here we go. Stuff on the road just happened, and I'm like, determinism. I'm just gonna keep going. Keep rolling. I don't want to run from myself anymore. Although I don't want to sit depressed all the time either. So this is where I'm at right now. I wonder what I would say to a friend in the same situation, feeling exactly like me. I would say that there is nothing in life that matters more than you choosing to commit to it. So, no materialistic gains, no business success, no family life will feel like it matters until you have committed that you want to be on the road. That there is something about life in general that just motivates you. And maybe you have to remind yourself what it was that even made you come here in the first place. And that would mean that it's absolute shit to look at the reality that you've been walking without knowing why for so long, not asking yourself that, and keep pushing against aspects of yourself. But I'm assuming you had valid reasons for doing that. Not just assuming, I know you had valid reasons for doing that, otherwise you would not have done it. This implies that whatever valid reason it was probably incredibly painful. And if something was incredibly painful, going back to it and trying to understand it would probably first be met with an huge wall of pain. So feeling shit right now, trying to move forward, is maybe just a sign that there is this wall of pain trying to get your attention. The wall of pain is a protection mechanism from the vulnerable aspects that you had to dislocate yourself from. I wonder what though, you know? You know, I sometimes hope that there is some grand purpose I chose for myself, or that the universe chose for me, and there is this fear that I'll find nothing when I go back look for it. That's like the fear that it keeps me from going back, I guess. And yet I have, because I've already thought about this. I don't know what would be worse, to go back to parts of me who decided, you know, like soul consciousness, higher self, seeing the choice of why me, this embodiment, these people, these circumstances. I don't know what would be worse, to see my own unfulfilled desires, you know, like life choice desires, or to see that I had no intention, that the soul did not, like there was no point. And then I'm like, I guess I keep telling myself that there is no point, to keep myself from pain. But sitting here, keep saying to myself that there is no point, is what's causing me pain, because I'm like, why do I move then? I have nothing to move for. Move for moving is like, nah, someone else can do that. Maybe there are people and souls out there who genuinely love life for just living. I'm like, nah, nah, thank you. I want to gain something out of it, or I don't know. Or what if, say I see this scenario now, where I feel what I want, but the outside world shows me how that is absolutely impossible. That's not gonna happen. Mind you, this is a little kid perspective, so it's valid. And the way to cope with that was to tell myself that there is no point. Oh yeah, I can see myself doing this. I still do this. I did this yesterday night. Where that nothing matters aspect of me feels like a release, compared to being in a situation where you feel you can't change anything, you can't create what you want. because nobody sees you, nobody listens to you, there is no impact to your actions, it doesn't matter, so the nothing matters glasses felt like relief. I'd be like, oh, okay. Zen. Spiritual bypass. Then of course it makes even more sense why today it would feel shitty. Again, going back, seeing the pain is going to feel shitty. Admitting what you want is going to feel shitty. Because it also comes with whatever you wanted wasn't important enough for me, so I let it go. Self-abandonment. What would that be a mirror of? It would be a mirror of the same behavior happening to us so that we learned how to do it. Whatever is super important to you is not of value. I don't care about it, it's not important. So we learned how to do that to ourselves based on the mirror we saw. Yeah, this feels like my truth. In my heart, I can see that, yeah. So what I would tell a friend is that knowing all this, to keep your focus on the fact that you know all this, almost like if you have a wounded puppy or an animal and you're waiting for it to heal. Obviously it's gonna take a couple days. Things heal fast on a dog, right? So it's gonna take a couple days. But the focus still needs to be on the puppy healing. So I'm just gonna say puppy healing, whatever. So you make its bed and you put warm stuff around it, and in the back of your mind there is this focus on almost like a bubble holding this puppy. That you're healing just by the focus. Even if it takes a while. So the pain is because you're healing. So what else can be done to assist the healing that you're going through? Seeing this puppy as an aspect of yourself. I would tell my friend, imagine that this puppy is an aspect of yourself that you're trying to not abandon, and you're trying to get to the point where you even know why you abandon yourself, to know why you even wanted to be in this life. What would help you at the same time? So you're in pain. And what else can you do? Can you do anything else? Can you just lay on the bed? Or can you do dishes too? Can you clean something? Can you go somewhere? Knowing that the focus is still on the puppy. So that there is no abandonment anymore. somehow to make it okay to not be one or the other. Somehow make it okay to be sad and not sad at the same time. Yeah, I'll definitely keep working on this to see what can be done. Thank you so much for being here listening to me today.